best thing that I'll take away from this is that age doesn't matter.
It's graduation day for college students in Coon Rapids. Hear from one student who overcame challenges to not only complete her degree, but rank at the top of her class. Plus, Demolition. An eyesore in one Coon Rapids neighborhood is literally erased from the landscape. But first.
And we discovered about a year ago that there are really good positive things about bringing our programs together.
A marriage of sorts for two hospital campuses in the North Metro. That tops CTN News this Friday, May 13th. 2016. Thanks for joining us. Unity Hospital in Fridley is marking a golden milestone this month.
The hospital is celebrating its 50th birthday, and the celebration comes as Unity prepares to merge services with Mercy Hospital here in Coon Rapids. CTN's Jordan Rylance has details.
Just wave at the camera. That's good.
When Randy Wall was 4 years old, he started bleeding out after a tonsillectomy. His mother, Betty, drove him as quickly as she could from their home in Mounds View to the nearest hospital in Minneapolis.
I had lost a lot of blood, and it was a little touch and go there. Mother started thinking, and it inspired her to, something's got to be done. We need a hospital out in the suburbs.
And with that, Betty began pioneering for a North Suburban hospital. And after 7 years of hard work with others who shared her vision, Unity Hospital became a reality.
I never dreamed my mother would be the sole survivor of the original board.
Now, 50 years later, 91-year-old Betty Wall is able to celebrate the project she saw from inception to completion at Unity's 50th birthday celebration.
Oh, hi, Lucille.
I was hoping I'd see both of you.
We're showcasing a lot of the services that we offer here at Unity, and we're also talking about our vision for the future and how Mercy and Unity are going to join together next year.
Allina Health System moved labor and delivery out of Unity last year and shifted the business to a new maternity unit at Mercy. Now the health system is spending $17.5 million to move mental health care services from Mercy to a larger program at Unity.
We'll still have emergency departments and med-surg services, and over time we'll figure out what else we should consolidate. But we're looking forward to getting the mental health unit here in the early of next year and seeing what we can learn from that.
The hospitals will begin operating under one license on January 1st, 2017. Mercy will retain its name, and Unity will be known as Mercy Hospital Unity Campus.
I think we've discovered that by bringing Mercy and Unity together, we create a sustainable future.
In Fridley, Jordan Rylance, CTN News.
Both hospitals will continue to operate emergency rooms and offer some common services. Officials say the vision behind the consolidation is to have very little duplication of services.
The City Council is considering a new ordinance that would place restrictions on Level 3 sex offenders planning to move to Coon Rapids. At a work session this week, staff brought forward a proposal that would not allow Level 3 predatory offenders to live within 1,000 feet of a school, public park, or licensed daycare. There would be several exceptions to the rule, including offenders who live with a spouse, parents, grandparents, or siblings. The council asked for some additional information from staff and could introduce an ordinance as soon as next month. Currently, there are no Level 3 sex offenders living in Coon Rapids.
An eyesore in one Coon Rapids neighborhood is all but a memory. On Tuesday afternoon, this house on the 9900 block of Lynette Street was brought to the ground. The property has been vacant and boarded up since 2013. The city did the demolition work under a rarely used hazardous building statute where a structure is deemed unfit for human habitation. Water had gotten into the walls of the house and insulation, which led to widespread wood rot.
The roof is weathered and beat up, and then it's in a shady area. It doesn't get a lot of sun, and so it effectively held moisture, and then that moisture started to cause the rot of the wood, and then the wood came down, and then that was a good place for the raccoons to get in there.
The city allowed the property owner to remove anything of value from the home. Working under the state statute for hazardous building required the city to get a court order. All of the costs incurred by the city will be assessed back to the property. 6 old homes remodeled as part of the city's Homes for Generations 2 program will be on public display this weekend. The 3rd annual Coon Rapids Home Remodeling Tour takes place Sunday from noon to 4. It's your chance to get a behind-the-scenes look at the homes and ask questions of the owners, contractors, and city representatives. A link to the tour brochure, which includes addresses, can be found on the city's website.
A sprinkler is being credited with saving lives and preventing significant damage at a Coon Rapids apartment building this week. The fire broke out around 1:30 Thursday morning in a second-floor unit at the Meadows off 121st Avenue. Fire officials say a resident was cooking oil in a pan and then fell asleep. The stove eventually caught fire, but an overhead sprinkler quickly extinguished the flames.
So the sprinkler had saved the occupant from getting hurt. It saved the building, and also everybody can go back in here tonight and live, where if we didn't have a sprinkler system, this apartment would have been totally burnt. And the people could have been hurt in this fire too.
Damage is estimated at around $5,000, but could have exceeded $100,000 had it not been for the $20 sprinkler head. There are a total of 8 units in the building.
Coon Rapids is no longer the largest city in Anoka County, according to data released this week by the Metropolitan Council. Between 2010 and 2015, Blaine added nearly 6,000 households. Their population now tops 63,000. Coon Rapids added over 1,000 households in the last 5 years. Our population now sits at 62,527. Andover came in third, followed by Fridley and Ramsey. The metropolitan area as a whole is also growing with the population of more than 3 million people. The presidential race won't be the only thing on the ballot this fall.
Locally, 4 of the 7 city council seats are up for re-election. Filings for public office open next Tuesday and close on May 31st. Here in Coon Rapids, the Ward 1, Ward 2, Ward 4, and at-large council seats will be on the ballot. There are also county board seats up for re-election. If more than 2 candidates file for any one seat, a primary will be held in August. For more information, log on to the Secretary of State's website.
Candidates for many more positions are heading into the job market as students graduate today from Anoka Ramsey Community College. This week, CTN's Joe Nelson met the school's Outstanding Student of the Year to find out how she got there and what moves are ahead.
A lot of our students are adults coming to school.
Amanda Romeo came to Anoka Ramsey Community College like many of her classmates did. She enrolled 7 years after high school, was helping to raise 2 stepsons and work to support them. But even though her advisor says she fit in, it didn't take her long to stand out.
Even though she was nervous herself to be a college student, she was putting herself out there for other students to help.
Amanda, who moved to Minnesota from South Dakota to be closer to family, says she came to Anoka Ramsey because of a flyer in the mail about a free class offered in the summer.
Nobody in my family, my immediate family, went to college, and so I didn't really know how. I feel like the flyer for that first year experience got me in the doors, and then I was able to connect with the right people to teach me.
After enrolling, she wanted to do more than go to class and study. She spoke at events, volunteered at blood drives and Adopt a Highway, joined Phi Theta Kappa, Honors in Actions, Campus Cleanup, and several other groups.
She just hit the springboard and kept flying. She got involved in anything that she could. And because of that, she knows a ton of students. A lot of faculty and staff know her. She just grew immensely.
The 4.0 student was just named the Outstanding Student of the Year and enrolled next fall at the University of Minnesota to pursue her degree in human resources. She's graduating this week with a chance to share a message.
Making the most of your time is what my speech is all about, because of the fact that, yes, I did wait 7 years, but I grasped the time that I had and I ran with it.
She's the example to say, just try it, and you'll see what you can do, and you can do a lot.
At Anoka Ramsey Community College, Joe Nelson, CTN News.
Amanda says her experience at Anoka Ramsey has inspired her sister and her mother to follow in her footsteps and pursue degrees as well.
It's fishing opener weekend in Minnesota, but some kids got a jump start on the action last weekend. Hundreds of kids took part in the Kids Fishing Clinic at the Coon Rapids Dam. It's held annually on the first Saturday in May. Kids learn everything from the basics of fishing to safety on the shore and on the water.
We want these children to learn all the safety features, and so that's why we've got the county sheriff here with their boats. We've got other individuals here that can instruct on the proper way to get into a boat, get out of a boat, make sure you're wearing life preservers and jackets.
At the end of the clinic, kids in attendance received a free rod, reel, and tackle box. The Kids Fishing Clinic is sponsored by the Coon Rapids Lions Club and the Anoka County Parks Department. Looks like a lot of fun. They had great weather, of course, last weekend. Wish we had that weather this weekend for the fishing opener.
It won't matter. The fishermen will be out there anyway.
Even in the cold. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week.